once was a man who could not hide his fear. He wore a mask that transformed his cowardice to rage. In turn, the man transformed into a monster. All that remained was a devouring fury that stalked the night, collecting the fearful faces of others.
Hey guys, Wick Gamer here. Tonight's the night. This is our first Nemesis encounter for the Nothome Settlement, and I had to put my big old foot in my big old mouth and say I think we have this. So rather than playing it safe and throwing some okay characters and hoping for the best, I've gone all out and I've put in my best characters, and we'll have to see what happens. Uh, there is some strategy to putting in my best characters, mostly to try to get that proficiency up as quickly as possible. Once we start running into level 2 monster encounters, we start getting 2 XP, and we start aging out before we get that mastery level. So I want to get these guys out as much as possible so that we can age them up and gain those weapon proficiencies, and just get it done. So even if I hadn't bragged about thinking I could get this handled, I still probably would have set it up about the same. There are a couple of corrections that you guys have noticed, and that I'm gonna cover just real quick. There's a couple big ones that make some big differences. So and then a couple that I think that I'm going to not make changes to, just because it feels cheap. Like I haven't been taught a lesson yet. So anyways, I wrote down a list because there's a few of them, so bear with me. First off is survival of the fittest. I misread survival of the fittest, and I've done this in another campaign as well. But it says all current and newborn survivors gain +1 strength and +1 evasion. So my beginning survivors, I hadn't added +1 strength and +1 evasion. So I went back and I went through my starting survivors and I added all that in. So you'll see that reflected. So if they suddenly have +1 strength, +1 evasion, just know that's why it's that survival of the fittest. Two, and I didn't feel like this was game breaking, so I went ahead and went back. We haven't started the showdown yet, so I feel like this is safe, right? Is those 3 endeavors that I decided not that I would just go to waste. I'd completely forgotten about the stone noses, so I went back and I decided I'm going to use these 3 endeavors, and I'm going to purchase 3 stone noses. One of them I'm actually going to use in this fight, because one of my survivors that we'll see in a second, 7, he only had 3 survival. Or I guess she only had 3 survival. With that stone nose, bumped her up to 4, so she's got max survival, which is what we're going to need for this. So I felt like that wasn't bending the rules or cheating that much. So I felt okay doing that. Bandages was another one. I completely forgot about the butcher doing a lot of bleed. I've fought him without bandages before. So we're just gonna play it. I've already built the rawhide armor set. I don't have enough resources to build any bandages, so I felt like that was cheating for me to go back and say, well, I'm gonna get rid of that rawhide armor set and I'm gonna build some bandages, and so I felt like that was a little cheap going back. So I'm gonna play it as is, and if nothing else, it's gonna be a learning lesson for me. So we'll see what happens. Let's see, Clawhead Arrow. So I'd been playing it the correct way actually before, and it kind of makes sense narratively as well. So you get 1 chance with the Clawhead Arrow. If you roll and you miss, the Clawhead Arrow is gone. It gets flipped over, can't be used for the showdown again. So I'd kind of read the rules again and thought that maybe I was incorrect, but you guys confirmed that I was doing it right. So thank you so much for that. I'm going to go back to using it as I had been using it for the last few campaigns. So great. Another thing that I noticed that I didn't do, that I should have been doing with ground fighting, I should have been using that rawhide headband, right? I had free turns to do that. I could have flipped over a couple AI cards and found out what he was going to do. Forgot to do that, so I'm going to try to remember that next time if I have ground fighting. We're probably not going to fight the white lion right away again. I'm kind of tired of fighting the white lion, so we're going to move on. I think after the butcher, we're probably going to do the screaming antelope, and so because I want to gain those resources, right? I want to start getting as much gear as possible and start thinking long term. So in game, final encounters, I want to start building towards that, right? Because we got to get moving. One thing I've learned in my previous campaigns is if we're just piddling around, if we don't have a long-term goal in mind, then when you get up to those tougher bosses, it's just too late, and then there's no catching up, and then you're just done. So we want to have that long-term goal in mind. The only other thing that I had was aging. I think it was Luke that pointed out, and thank you so much for all of your comments. They've been great and super helpful. That aging was supposed to happen during the check milestones step, like step 6 in the settlement. I've kind of gone back and forth with it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep playing like I've been playing before, doing the aging as soon as I get back. There's a couple reasons for that. One, I don't think it's game breaking for me to do it at that time. I mean, the only thing that it would affect would be the settlement events, and I'll kind of keep that in mind. And most of the settlement events aren't like, roll a d10 and add your strength or add your evasion or whatever. So, but I'll keep that in mind if I do run into a settlement event. I'm mainly worried that I'm going to forget it, and then I'll just fall behind with my characters. So I just feel it's best for me, anyways, to just take care of it as soon as I get back, when I'm erasing all of the wounds to my survivors, and then setting them to the side. So I think I'm going to play that way. It's just going to be a little house rule. I think I'm just going to do, even though it's not completely correct, I don't think it's game breaking or cheating. So I'm just going to keep it that way. Anyways, let's show you who I'm going to be sending out. And I've got a little bit of margarita just to dull the pain of my impending doom. Hopefully not, but let me show you who I'm sending out, and then we'll go over the butcher's AI cards and some of his special cards that we're kind of seeing for the first time. I guess, in this campaign, that they have the Nemesis have these special cards that come into play that affect how the monster moves and stuff like that. So we'll see that. But first, let me show you who I'm bringing out, and we'll go from there.
All right, like I said, we're going to be sending out all of our best to see if we can kill this butcher. So 3's going out. After the survival of the fittest change, she now has +1 accuracy, +2 strength, and +1 evasion. And she's got that quixotic, so she's insane right now, so she gains that survival and that strength token. So she's big pimping right now. I'm sending her out with the rawhide armor set, the monster grease, so she's got +2 evasion and +1 strength token and 4 survival. Next person we're sending out is 13. She is our 6 movement, tough, indecisive, but she's now got that extra sense, so she can dodge twice. So that's going to be super powerful. We're going to try to dodge as much as we can, and we're obviously sending her out with another rawhide armor set, so she can try to keep that 4 survival that she's got as long as possible. So she's got 2 evasion tokens, one for the monster grease and one for the rawhide vest, and so she should be good to go. We're sending 7 out as well, +1 accuracy, +1 strength, +1 evasion, 15 insanity, so she should be good as well. We're sending her out with the complete rawhide armor set, that stone nose that we just got, and the bone blade. So she's got that +1 evasion token because of the rawhide vest and 4 survival. And then last, we're sending out 5. He is our +2 strength and +1 evasion, so he's in pretty good shape. But he's got the least armor, so he's going to be hanging back with that catgut bow and that clawhead arrow, and hopefully getting that -1 evasion token with that clawhead arrow, and then cat eye circulating a lot. So we'll see what happens, guys. Again, no bandages, so we'll see.
All right, so a couple things to go over. The Butcher works a little bit different than the White Lion. There's some added special cards, so I'm going to go over those just real quick so that we're up to speed on what has to happen. So hit location, you can tell that there's not a lot. Like compared to the White Lion and the Screaming Antelope and some of the other nemesi, is that how you say it? There's not as many hit locations. And why is that, you might think? Well, that's because of this fast target. At the beginning of each monster turn, reshuffle the Butcher's hit location deck. Now, I'm not sure if this is a good card or a bad card. So reshuffling the hit location deck kind of gives us a better chance of not hitting that trap card, but it's kind of harder to predict. So I haven't landed on if it's a good card or a bad card, but at the beginning of each monster turn, we're going to take this hit location deck and we're going to shuffle it. Anything in this discard pile gets shuffled back in, and we kind of start over. So that's one of his special cards. The other one is Dread Trophies. This one is bad. If things start going bad, it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse, right? So when a survivor dies, place their miniature on this card. The monster gains the following bonuses for each miniature on Dreaded Trophies. All attack profiles gain the after damage bleed 1. So this is where those bandages would come into play. If 2 survivors are dead, he gets +1 movement and +1 speed. Ouch. And then the final one, if there's 3 dead survivors, +2 damage tokens. So once one survivor dies, it just kind of builds and it builds, and it kind of just goes downhill from there. So that's in play. He's got a lot. He's got a lot, right? Berserker, and this is probably the worst one. And when you fight a level, I think it's a level 2. Level 2 is Frenzied Berserker. So a Berserker is draw 1 +1 AI card every monster turn. So every monster turn, he's going to be drawing 2 AI cards. So that means 2 movements, 2 attacks. It's rough, really, really rough. So, and then on a level 2 Butcher, Frenzied Berserker is +2 AI. So he does 3 AI cards per round. So +1 is bad enough. So we're going to see how that plays out. Hopefully we'll be able to work through it and just make it. But another thing, each survivor gets this infectious lunacy survivor status card. When you suffer brain damage, gain lunacy tokens, which are these guys, equal to the damage suffered. When you have suffered 3+ lunacy tokens, remove them all and suffer the frenzy brain trauma. So the frenzy brain trauma, we saw that in one of our fights, that you get +1 speed and +1 strength, I believe, but no more survival. That means no more dashing, no more dodging, no more encouraging. So this is hard, right? So we're going to try to spend our survival early, so that because this is going to happen, right? The suffer brain damage. There's a lot of brain damage happening. So we're going to try to spend our survival early, see what happens before we get that frenzied, and then when frenzy comes in, we're just going to have to go with it, and it's a kind of fight to the end at that point. I've drew Acanthus plant for terrain. I forgot to record it, but it's on there and I've placed it on the board. So we're going to see, hold on just a second. Okay, I'm back, sorry. I think that's it. So yeah, acanthus plants, I went ahead and put them on the board. You can see them here. I'll go over kind of the layout real quick, and we'll get into it. But the other thing we need to do is shuffle this AI deck. So it gets 7 basic and 5 advanced, so that's 12, 13 wounds we have to put on this guy before he dies. So his toughness is 9 and his speed is 5. So not that much tougher than the white lion that we've been facing. And his movement's lower because he's human, right? I mean, our speed is 5, so his speed is 5. We're human-ish, I guess, or I guess if we are human, I don't really know. I think there's some conjecture on if our survivors are actually human or not, but anyways, it's not for me to make a judgment on. But okay, so acanthus plants, butcher, great. Okay, let's see. So let's go to the board. Let me double check this real quick. So the butcher, we actually get to go first. Let's see. Yes, so the survivors are defending their home. They go first. So before we get started, let's kind of get into character, right? Let's just think about what our survivors are having to go through. So they wake up and they're in a place that they have no clue what it is or where it is. They fight and live miraculously, and they find this pile of glowing lanterns with some other survivors, and they make it their home. And for some reason that they haven't discovered, but I think that they have just decided to act on faith, is that while they're at their settlement around this horde of lanterns, they're safe. The white lions and the screaming antelopes, they don't attack. They stay away, and they actually have to go out and hunt them. And I imagine them. I'm putting on my GM hat here, so bear with me. I can imagine them maybe having like a farewell feast, right before they're sending their 4 chosen survivors out to go hunt for food and resources that they need for the next lantern year. And as they're having this party, maybe one of the lookouts off in the distance, they call out and they see a glow off on the horizon, and it's coming closer and closer. And as it gets closer, the scout says that it's multiple lanterns, and maybe the survivors are thinking that it's another settlement that is coming to join them. Maybe there's hope. Maybe there's some fear in there too. As these lanterns get closer and closer, they realize that all of them are hanging from a single person, and this person is walking purposefully directly towards their settlement. And as they get closer, they see that it's carrying 2 giant cleavers, and it's got faces of dead survivors pulled tightly over lanterns that he's wearing on his back. His face is covered in blood. There's blood all over him. He's obviously not someone peaceful. So I think a snap decision is made, and the 4 people that were planning on going out on the hunt grab up their weapons. The party is over, and they go out to meet this butcher. So with that, let's look at our board, and let's start. Let's finally get into this. Let's face this butcher and hope we win. Because if I remember right, losing is not good. So let's look at the board. we've got it all set up here. The Butcher Nemesis works a little bit differently. There's these toppled pillars on the corners. We get to draw one more terrain card. I drew the Fresh Acanthus. I put those there. And then our starting survivors start on this edge of the board. And that's because they're coming out of their home and they're facing this butcher that's approaching their settlement. So, so I've got, let's see here. So 3, this is our female with the axe, rawhide. She is parked right here. And then I'll go through all of them and then I'll kind of show you my strategy and we'll see if it plays out. But this is what I'm thinking to start out. And then 13 is our next fully rawhide armor set with the spear. So she's right in front of the butcher. We've got our bowman who is 5 off to the side a little bit. And then we've got our other rawhide survivor 7 is here. So this is what I'm thinking. We get to go first. So we're going to start out by having these 2 survivors search the Fresh Acanthus. This will allow us to heal hit locations if we've got that Fresh Acanthus card, so that's going to help us. Or if we don't use them, we get to turn them into Dread Acanthus, which negates a severe injury, which is essential, I feel, for surviving in Kingdom Death. So I think that's good. Then we're going to have, I think we're going to have 13 dash up and make an attack. We're going to have 5 move up and dash up and then cumbersome make an attack with that clawhead arrow to try to get that -1 evasion, right? So we'll probably do him first. So that's my strategy. So hopefully coming into his first round, he's going to have that -1 evasion token. He's going to have one of our most heavily armed survivors right up in his face, who can dodge twice and maybe regain that survival so she can keep dodging. She's got +2, +3 evasion, so that's another positive. So we're gonna see what happens. Actually, and she can move 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can even, she doesn't even have to dash up to get up there. So let's do it. Let's get this started. I'm gonna need a drink. Okay. So, like I said, we're gonna have 7 search of Fresh Acanthus. So let's do that real quick. Roll on the table. 1. Oh no, something bites you. Suffer 1 arm damage, archive this terrain. Well, that could have gone better. So she goes down to 1 armor. All right, so now 3 is going to search a Fresh Acanthus. 6. Find something tasty and consume it. If you do, gain +1 survival, archive this terrain. Bummer. Okay, she's already maxed out on survival, so nothing. We get nothing out of both of those Fresh Acanthus. That really sucks. That was a wasted turn that we desperately need. Okay, so 5 is going to dash. Uses the survival. So he has to be 6 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's going to come up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oop, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was right the first time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. You can attack with that clawhead arrow. You get 1 shot at this. Speed 1. It's on a 6+. He doesn't have any +1 accuracy, so it's just a straight 6+. Come on, 5. All right, well, that's that. So clawhead arrow gets turned over. Bummer. Okay. Now, the only person that hasn't gone is 13 with the spear. So she's going to come up. Her movement is 6, But she doesn't even need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's got reach. So she's going to come up right in his face, like, take me on. Let's do this. So let's attack with the King Spear. Speed 2. It's on a 6+. She has -1 accuracy, so that's a 7+. If he would have had that in -1 evasion, it would have been back to a 6+. So 7+ to hit. Speed 2. 1 hit. That's kind of cocked, but it's barely cocked, so I'm gonna take it. So that's just 1 hit. Furious Breastplate. I had a heart attack for a second because I thought it was the trap right on top. Whew. Okay. Furious Breastplate. +2 toughness to wound this location, so we're hitting him right on the chest, right where he's most heavily armored, right? So it's harder to hit him. So his toughness is 9. Strength on the King Spear is 3, 8, 7, 6. +1 strength is 5. 5. And then 6, 7. So 7+ to hit. 3. So that's gonna miss. So that's a 0 for the first round. There's nothing else we can do here. Yep, okay, well, here we are. I guess these guys can move. I forgot to do that. I think it's allowed. 1, 2, 3, 5. He's gonna come up next to him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops, I think that's okay. So they searched the fresh acanthus and then they moved up. Okay, all right. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna draw 2 AI cards just to remind me so I don't forget about this Berserker special card. And then if this card says draw another AI card, then I'll draw another AI card and kind of put it behind, and this will be the next one. So we'll see how it works. But kick, closest threat, facing. That's going to be our 13 with the spear. Move and attack target. So the butcher is going to move forward. Oop. And attack. Speed 2. Hits on a 4+, 5+, 6+, 7+. 7+. 1 damage. After damage, target suffers knockback 5 and gains the priority target token. The butcher pursues the target, perform basic action. So this is no matter what. Like, it's not like after damage, if we damage, it'll perform a basic action. It comes after him again. So bummer. So you can imagine the butcher coming up and he's just kicking 13. If she stumbles back, he's just going to charge in and attack again. So, all right. 4+, 5+, 6+, 7+, 7+. 3 and a 6. Man, thank goodness for those evasions, right? 2 misses. So they don't do after damage. So that moves and then perform a basic action. See, the butcher is brutal just because it's attack after attack after attack. And 1.3, I played some 1.3, and you can get into this loop if you draw the right cards where it's called infinite kick. And basically it just kicks you to death forever. And I've had that happen once, the very first time I fought the butcher, and I was like, no more, I'm done. Anyways, perform basic action. Basic action is close to the survivor in field of view, and it looks like it pursues the target, so I'm going to assume that it's going to attack 13 again. Okay, so basic action is speed 2, 4+, 5+, 6+, 7+ again, and then for 1 damage, after damage, the bleeding token. That's where the bandages would have come into play, so 7+ to hit. 1 hit. Okay, so we do not want that bleed token, so we are going to spend a survival to do 1 dodge. We'll see if we use it. We don't, so we gain it back. We do 1 dodge. We can still do 1 more dodge, so I'm not going to flip over that token. Bleeding token doesn't happen. Kick is now complete. Now for that second AI card. So he's doing 3 attacks his very first round. This is how the butcher works. Infinite kick. This is what got me last time. They changed it. Another card, I can't remember how they changed it, but But this is what happens, right? Closest threat facing, and then draw another AI card. And then if there's only one AI card in the deck, I believe they changed it where you would just, rather than draw another AI card, you're just going to perform a basic action. Anyways, so closest threat facing, that's going to be 13 again. So speed 2, it's on a 7+ again. After damage, the target suffers knockback 5 and gains the priority target token. So we're going to see what happens. 7+ to hit. 1 hit. She can dodge again. This is going to be her second dodge, so she's going to spend another survival to dodge again because she's got that extra sense, right? So we're going to put that to use, right? So we're going to see if we use that survival. Nope. Got it. So she doesn't suffer a wound. She doesn't suffer knockback 5 on the priority target. Now we're going to draw another AI card. So this one's resolved. Draw another AI card. You see what I'm getting at here? This butcher's rough. If you're not prepared, it's super rough. If you haven't grabbed that dodge and stuff like that, it's basically impossible to catch him. Here we go then. Wild Carve. Closest threat facing. So at this point, we could have 3 dash, and we could have her get in right in front of the butcher and try to kind of block those because 13 is out of dodges. She's going to have to take it. It's still a 7+ to hit, but 3 has got the same thing, right? She's got 3 evasion total right now. So I think we're going to do that. So we're going to dodge. Okay, so let me make sure dodge is done for 13. 3 is going to spend a survival to dash. 2, so she spends that survival. So she's going to come in 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe that is okay. Call me out if I'm wrong. I think that I can spend a survival before pick a target is done. I'm not entirely sure on that though. Could make the game harder. Let me know what you guys think. But for now, I'm going to play it this way. So, closest threat facing. So we get to pick between these 2 now. So we're going to pick 3. Speed 2. It's on a 4+, 5+, 6+, 7+. After damage, the target gains 1 bleeding token. Oh no! Oh no! I didn't read that. And it's too late now. It's too late to take that back. I'm going to spend a dash for 13 when we get there. So, okay. Speed 2, 7+. It's 1 hit. Okay. So 3's got that dodge. Dodge. 5, she uses the dodge. Boo. So dodge is done for her. So she doesn't gain a bleed token, doesn't take any damage. Now, all survivors adjacent to the monster suffer 1 damage to a random hit location and gain 1 bleeding token. There's a flow here. So 13 hasn't dashed yet, so she's going to dash. 9. She gets to keep that survival. She's rolling good on keeping that survival. So she's going to, let's see, where should we put her? I think let's do right there. That's not adjacent. Adjacent are these squares here because she's technically 2 squares away, so that's not adjacent. It looks adjacent, but in game mechanics terms, it's not. So we don't want to get her too far away because this next round we want her in there and then be able to move her around. So I'm hoping that I can perform an action, then move however I need to get in the way of this guy and kind of do the same thing I have been doing. But anyways, 3 is dashed already. She dashed to get in front of him and take that hit. So 3's going to take it. So all survivors adjacent to the monster suffer 1 damage to random hit location and 1 bleed token. Okay, so she takes 1 to the chest. That's 1 bleed token for 3. Oh, I forgot we can put them right up there. That's cool. And then 1 damage to the chest. Oh yeah, and I've got these cool things. So her chest location goes down to 1. Whew. All right. That was a lot of attacks, guys. That was a lot of attacks. Let's just look through. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 5 attacks the very, very first round. This is the butcher, guys. Insane. But it's our turn now. Everything gets flipped over. Okay, did we suffer, let's see here. When you suffer brain damage, so we haven't suffered any brain damage yet, so we haven't gained any lunacy tokens, so whew, so far so good. Okay, but it's our turn. Let's take a look. Let's think about this. So, maybe we'll cycle 7 in, but 7 only has +2 evasion. How does she only have plus? Oh, she doesn't have that monster grease. Okay. Well, let's attack with 3 first. So let's get in there. So she's gonna attack with her axe. Should she move to the blind spot? And is the blind spot on the butcher? I'll make sure. I believe, but I don't think we want to move her into the blind spot. Yep, the blind spot's right behind him. So I don't think we want to do that. We want to keep her in front. Okay, so 3 is going to attack, speed 2. It's on a 6+, 5+ because she's got +1 accuracy. All right, 5+ to hit, speed 2. Oh. Double 1s? Oof, that's bad. That's bad, 3. I think she was surprised by that, like, I got this. I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna dodge, I'm gonna be good, and then she just took one right to the chest. I think she's stumbling, so she kind of takes a wild couple swings and it misses. So that's 3's turn. Okay, 13. 13's gonna stay right there. She's gonna attack with her King Spear. It's got reach, speed 2, 6+, -1 accuracy, 7+. Another 1. Ooh, 1 hit. Okay. Furious Scrag. Death blow. If the butcher is killed at this location, we don't have to worry about that. So there's no reactions or reflexes on this. So we're gonna. The toughness is 9. Strength on the bone axe is 3. 8, 7, 6, and then 2 strength, 5, 4. And then +1 strength token, so 3. Is that right? So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. 3+. 4. First wound to the butcher. Okay. No pressure, guys. No pressure. Alright, that's 13's turn. Now... Jumping on ice is probably great on the audio. Okay. 5 can just plant right there. Should he? Can I circle it? So here's my thought. The butcher is doing 5 attacks per round. That's bad. we're going to start burning through that survival real quick. We got some lucky rolls, or we're able to keep some of our survival, but it's not going to last forever. And then when that happens, those 5 attacks are all going to cause damage. Cat Eye Circlet is one survivor not trying to attack. So I think I'm not going to use the Cat Eye Circlet. Oh, and I forgot to shuffle the hit location deck. I think, anyways. Well, I'll do it. I'll do it at the beginning of his round next time. So, okay. Whoops, sorry. Anyways, I'm gonna use the cat bow and try to get a wound in. I think that's the best strategy. And we're shuffling through that hit location deck. So, you know, I think we're just going to have to chance it, and we just got to get those wounds in, right? So, speed 2 hits on a 7+. He doesn't have any accuracy, so 7+6. 2 5s. Why am I rolling doubles tonight? Okay, 2 misses. Whew, so that's his turn. So 7's the only one left. I think she's going to come in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And she's going to attack. So she's got, what does she have? She's got the Bone Blade, so she hits on a 6+. She's got +1 accuracy, so a 5+. All right, speed 2, 5+. Okay, 2 hits. Perfect hit. I still don't have anything. I don't have anything. It is frail, so I'm gonna have to watch out because I believe there's a couple of super dense locations in the hit location deck, so we're just gonna have to be careful. It's kind of too late. We're not gonna Cat Eye Circlet, so it's kind of just go for broke and hopefully it doesn't break, right? So speed 2, it's on a 5+. 2 hits. Impervious. Overpower. Oh no. Okay, so Impervious doesn't happen. So the attacker's heart is frozen with dread, attacker gains +1 insanity. That doesn't happen because this overrides it. Overpower. Oh no. Okay. The attacker is doomed. We haven't dashed. So we're going to have to dash. So 3's going to dash. 1. She spends a survival. She's going to come back here, right? Get out of that zone of malice. Okay, well, so it's 1 bleed token and knockback 5. Yeah, we just need, yeah, we're going to have to get out of there. Okay, it's even the corner. So 13 is going to dash. So she's dashed. 13's gonna dash. 10. Man, she's rolling awesome on those survival rolls. So hopefully that continues. Okay, so she is dashing, and she's gonna just dash back 1 here. She might just come in here. Yep, I think that's it. And then, so, but actually, she's right here. This is what's gonna happen. He's gonna turn, face her, and attack. And then, after that, it's gonna be his turn. So we want 13 to be facing, because I think most of his attacks are closest threat facing. So, we're gonna dash around here. It's not really going to help us. 7's going to take the attacks next round. Bummer. Well, okay. I mean, that's just going to have to, it's going to be the way it's going to be, I guess. So, okay. She's dashed. So now, perform basic action targeting the attacker. And we got to shuffle our hit location deck. See how I jinxed it by saying, oh, the chances are we're shuffling the hit location deck. I would have shuffled the hit location deck. I might have not have pulled that trap. Whoops. Oh wow. So, okay. Basic action. Speed 2. It's on a 4 plus. Plus 2 evasion. 5 plus 6 plus. For 1 damage. Oof. 2 hits. After damage, target suffers a bleed token. So she suffers bleed. There's where those bandages would have come in handy. Okay, and then 1 damage, so 2 damage total to the chest. So she takes, or to the body, sorry. I keep calling it the chest, but it's the body. So that gets rid of her armor. She's doomed, so there's no way to dodge it. That's it. Okay, and that's it. That's our turn. So I believe, I can't remember how it works. When the survivors go first, do the tokens then reset at the beginning of the survivor's turn? Because that could help us, right? Let's pause for a second. Let me look up the rules and see, because that could really help us. So let's pause. Boop. Okay, I found it. I might be reading this wrong. If I am, let me know. So survival action limitations. A survivor may perform each survival action once per round. Okay, and attacking survivors cannot perform survival actions. We knew that. Okay, into the round. The round ends when the survivor's turn is complete. Stop any effects or rules that persist until the end of the round. Okay, so that means it doesn't look like it says the survivor's round unless the survivors go first. So to me, that means that our survival options reset at the end of the survivor's turn. So that means everything resets. So 13 could technically dash again and get in there. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think 7 can take a couple. She's got 1 bleed token. She's got no chest armor anymore. Let's see. Okay. So 2 AI cards. Yeah, I just want to make sure everyone went. Okay, 2 AI cards. First, bite. Closest threat, facing. That's going to be 7. Let's see. Oh. Target suffers 1 random severe head injury. We definitely want 13 to be in there because it's speed 2. She can dodge twice. So that means if we roll really high with the butcher, she can dodge both of those and won't get that severe head injury. If 7 takes it, she can dodge 1, but she's gonna get that. So 13 is gonna dash. 7, she keeps it. So she dashes up. So she's now one of the closest threats. We're just gonna pick because it's not random. Speed 2, it's on a 4 plus, 5 plus, 6 plus, 7 plus, to 13. 7 plus, that's 1 hit. She's gonna spend a survival to dodge. See if she uses that. 9. Again, she doesn't use it, so she's dodged 1 time. So that's one of her dodges. Oops, and I flipped over the wrong one. Dash is that one. So she's used one of her dodges. She has 1 more left. We don't do that after hit, so that's done. Okay, next card. Closest threat facing. Speed 2. It's on a 4+ after damage. Gain 1 bleed token. So, I just got my standing goal, guys, for the day. Woo! As I'm sitting down. How is that possible? Anyways. Hack. Okay, closest threat. We can pick between either 7 or 13. Bleed token. So both of them can only dodge once. So 7 will hit on a 6+, 13 will hit on a 7+. 7 already has 1 bleed token, so maybe we should distribute the wealth a little bit. Even though 13 is taking all the hits so far, but let's have him attack 13 again. Speed 2, it's on a 7+. Okay, 1 miss, 1 hit. She's gonna dodge again, so she's gonna spend her last dodge. Let's see if she spends that survival. Oh, that's way cocked. 8. If she comes out of here with 4 survival after everything that she's done, she's my new favorite. And why did I say that? I probably just doomed her to death. Okay, but anyways, she got hit once, she dodged it, she doesn't gain that bleed token. There's no more draw AI card. That's it. Okay, and we reshuffled the hit location deck already, so that's good. Okay, that's the end of the monster's turn, so it's our turn now. All right. So let's get 3 in there, and she's gonna go to the blind spot. Because we've got all of these people in front already, and they're kind of our frontline people now all of a sudden, so we're going to try to get that little bit of advantage to get in there. So speed 2 hits on a 6+, she has +1 accuracy, so 5+, blind spot 4+. 9 and a 9, that's 2 hits. Furious shoulder, oh no, oh no. Okay. Oh no. That sucks. Okay, so if you can't read, if it's too blurry or whatever, the shine on it, reflex. The butcher spins violently, smashing everything around it. Zone of death, again, is everything around it. All survivors in the zone of death suffer bash and knockback 5. So that's bash is knocked down and knockback 5. So that finishes their turn. There's no, I mean, they'd have to encourage and then move back in. Blah. So that's going to spend a survival to do all that encouraging. So let's do that, because the other survivors can spend survival during another person's turn. Well, let's do Furious Gauntlet first. See what happens. So 3 is going to 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So it's on a 3+. 9. Okay, so that's a hit. Good. Okay. And then, so that's the end of that one. Now, and there's no crit location, so that means there's no way of canceling this. Even if I get a Lantern 10, there's no crit, so that means this reflex stays no matter what. So we're gonna 7 is gonna see if she spends a survival. 9, so she doesn't. So she's gonna dash. Ooh, she is dashed. And then 13 is gonna see if she spends that survival. 4. Finally, her luck has ended. So she's gonna spend that survival, and she's gonna dash back. So 3 is gonna take it and get knocked back and bashed. But it'll be the end of her turn, so okay, let's do it. So again, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, so it's on a 3 plus 4. All right, that's a hit. Zone of death. So she suffers knockback 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and bash. So she's down. That's the end of that one. I guess we please. Okay, that's the end of her turn. Bummer. Okay, 13 is going to come in. She doesn't have to move. It's her turn. She's probably just going to stay there. Yeah, so 13 is going to come in. She's going to attack with her spear. 6 plus, 7 plus because of that. -1 evasion, or -1 accuracy. 2 misses. Bummer. Okay. And then 7. Actually, yeah, I think 7's going to go here because most of his attacks are facing. So if she's not facing, he's going to come after 13. So she's going to come around. She's going to attack with her bone blade. It's on a 6 plus, 5 plus because +1 accuracy. 1 hit. Furious Crown. Reflex. The butcher lashes out wildly, clearing a path for itself. All survivors adjacent to the butcher suffer bash. Bummer. Full move towards the closest survivor. Okay, so the closest survivor is going to be her. She's going to suffer bash. She's going to be knocked down. There's no dashing out of the way for it, so alright. Bone Blade is strength 2. She has +1 strength, so that's 3. So 9, 8, 7, 6. So 6 plus. 7. That's a hit. Alright, we're getting those hits in anyways. We're making progress. We got to keep chipping away at him before he kind of beats us down. As you can see, we're already getting there. We're losing survival. We gotta get this taken care of as quick as possible. So I did move an AI card, didn't I? Yep, I believe I did. Okay, she suffers bash. And then he full moves towards the closest survival, so he's just going to turn. Ooh, which that's bad. Okay, what does it say? Full move towards the closest survivor. It's already at the closest survivor, so would he turn? I don't think so. I don't want him to, so I'm just going to go for no. Let me know if I'm wrong on that. Since he's already next to the closest survivor, he doesn't have to move at all. It doesn't say turn and face. I'm just going to go with it. Okay, so that is 7's turn. 13 went, right, because she missed. Now it is 5's turn. He's going to come in. He's just going to park there and pew away at his... I wonder if he should spend a survival to encourage 3. I think so. Let's do that. Spend a survival, encourage 3. She's got to get back in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she'll be able to get in there next round, hopefully. Now, 5 is going to attack with his catgut bow. Speed 2. It's on a 7 plus. 1 hit. Impervious. Attacker gains +1 insanity. So he goes up to 15 insanity rather than 14. I'm not going to be able to send these guys out to the Screaming Antelope, because if Screaming Antelope, spoiler alert, if you get above 20 insanity by the end of the showdown, the survivors go mad and just run off into the dark. So have to remember that. Impervious means nothing. That's the end of our survivors' turns. So all of our tokens flip back over again. Okay. Should we encourage 3? I don't think so. So she'll stand up at the end of his turn. We want all the attacks to go in on 13. But if 13 takes that 5 attacks again, we might want to. Let's do that. 7's going to encourage. She's going to spend a survival. Oh, so she's up now. Yeah, I think that's a good move. Just in case. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle the hit location deck because it's the beginning of each monster turn. Alright, I'm envisioning the trap going to the very, very, very bottom. Okay. 2 AI cards. Here we go. Mood. Oh no. So this is going to be draw another AI card. So when Lantern Frenzy comes into play, a random survivor gains the priority target token. It cannot be removed for any reason. Oh man. Okay. Let's hope 13 gets it. Oof. Okay. Well, okay. Let's read the rest of this first. So we're going to draw another AI card, and then this will be our second of the set of our Berserker AI cards. While Lantern Frenzy is in play, the Butcher gains +2 movement and +1 speed. So let's get that. +1 speed, +2 movement. Alright. This is where it starts to get rough, guys. This is where we need to burn through that AI deck because it's all downhill from here. At any time, the survivor with the priority token may sacrifice themselves and lead the Butcher far away. They perish in their gear's archive. In the showdown immediately, skip the aftermath. Discard Lantern Frenzy if the survivor with the priority target token is killed. Okay. It's starting to get bad. As you can see, it starts to build. The quicker you can take care of this Butcher, the better. Alright. Random target gains the priority target token. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The weakest out of our fully armored, at least it wasn't 5. Okay. Here we go. So, we know exactly who he's going to attack every single time. So that gives us a little bit. I hate to say this, but I think 7 is gonna eat it. I think we're gonna chip away at him. We're gonna get him down. I don't think 7's gonna make it though. I think she's gonna be gone before we can take him out. But we'll see. Okay. So you can imagine the Butcher getting this frenzied look in his eyes, and he latches on to 7's lantern, and its full focus comes on to 7, and it looks nowhere else. Okay, so this is the Lantern Frenzy AI card, and then this is the second Berserker AI card. Devour Lantern. Fitting for our Lantern Frenzy. Closest threat facing, it's going to be our priority target. Target is doomed. Speed 2. It's on a 4+, 5+, 6+. After damage, the target loses their lantern. They gain -3 accuracy tokens and lose all survival. If this is the last remaining survivors, they die. That's bad. This is the worst card because if they do any damage, if the Butcher does any damage, survival's gone. That means no dodging, no anything. I mean, okay. There's nothing to do. They're doomed. There's nothing. So there's no dodging on this. So 4+, 5+, 6+ with the evasions. One hit to the body. Let's take care of that. Oh, that's light. That's a light injury. Let's see. After damage, the target loses their lantern. -3 accuracy tokens. Let's look up accuracy tokens real quick. Accuracy. One, 2, 3 accuracy tokens. And lose all survival. So the butcher comes in crazy and smashes into the lantern. She's holding it to her chest to try to protect her. Cleaves through the lantern. It skitters away into the dark. And she loses all hope. And with that, all of her survival. And she's the priority target. I told you, it's not looking good for 7. Now it's really not looking good for 7. All right. Now the next AI card, and hopefully the last. Okay, there's no draw another AI card. Closest threat facing, our priority target. Okay, speed 4. Whew. Hits on a 4+, 5+, 6+. Target gains 2 bleeding tokens. Oof. Okay. 6+. 1 miss, 3 hits. Oh no. Oh no. Oh crap. And we forgot. It's +1 speed now. Did I forget that? Our lantern. Should have been another speed. Okay, so let's resolve this first. So another speed. That's a miss. Now we're going to do our Devour Lantern. So it's hits on a 6+. And that's another hit. So that's going to be another one to the chest. Okay. Okay. All right. I think I'm resolved now. So after damage, there's going to be plenty of damage. So let's do that. 2 bleed tokens real quick. Okay. All right. So 1, 2, 3 damage to the chest. We're not doomed right now, so let's spend a survival to dodge one of those. 7. She gets. Oh no, we don't have any survival. Oh man. Okay. All right. So 1 damage. So that gets rid of 1 chest. That's a heavy. She gets knocked down. Doesn't matter. She's still the priority target. Another. Okay, so let's take care of the waist real quick. So that's just 1 damage. Goes down to 1. The waist is done. 2 severe injuries to the chest. This is going to be done. Let's see how many AI cards we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 wounds before we kill this butcher. There's no way 7's going to survive it. If she even survives this round. Sorry, 7. You had so much good things. Ugh. Okay. All right. Well, this is your injury table. Okay. The body. I always call it the chest for some reason. All right. Here's our first body. Let's get rid of all these. Get rid of that. 6. She has 1 lifetime reroll left. 6. Disemboweled. Your movement is reduced to 1 until the end of the showdown. Okay, so we're just gonna grab 4 -1 movement tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Man, she's got tokens everywhere. I mean, look, she's got +1 evasion, 3 -1 accuracy tokens, 3 bleed tokens, and then now 4 movement tokens. Okay. If you suffer a disembowel during a showdown, at least one other survivor must live to the end of the showdown to carry you back to the settlement. Otherwise, at the end of the showdown, you are lost dead. Okay. Gain 1 bleed token. She now has 4 bleed. 1 more bleed and she's dead. Okay. I think she's dead. I think that we're done here. So disemboweled. Let's write that down. See, let's just let's just not look. Let's just roll. So that first severe chest injury is done. Here's our last severe chest body injury. 10. Whew. Bowled over. The blow sends you sprawling and you are knocked down. Great. She's gonna take hits for 1 more round before she dies. I was positive that she was gonna gain 1 more bleeding token because a lot of these, let's see. 1 to 2 is death. 3, gain 2 bleeding tokens, she'd be dead. 4, gain 1 bleeding token, she'd be dead. 5, gain 1 bleeding token, she'd be dead. 6, disemboweled, gain 1 bleeding token, dead. 7, gain 2 bleeding tokens. 8, gain a bleeding token. 9, gain a bleeding token. 10 is the only one she could have rolled to keep herself alive. And she did it. She's fighting. Her guts are hanging out of her. She's holding them in. But she's still here. Oh. Man, 7. I'm sorry. It's bad. Okay, well, that's the end of the monster's turn. We've shuffled our hit location. Remember to do that. We still got that plus 1 speed, plus 2 movement. The plus 2 movement's not going to matter for the next round because she's laying right in front of him, bowels hanging out. So I had a thought that we would give 7 1 more chance to attack. But she's got -3 accuracy. So that's -2 accuracy because of her +1 accuracy. So she would have to hit on a 6+, 7+, 8+. There's no way. I can't waste the survival for a feel-good moment. So unfortunately, she's just gonna lay there. Hope for the best. So 7's just gonna not do anything. Oh, she would have gained a proficiency level. Oh man, 7. Oh, this butcher. Okay. 3. Let's see. Okay, let's do 13 first. 13's gonna come in. She's gonna attack with a king spear. She's going to stay there so she can get out of that zone of death just in case. So speed 2, it's on a 6+, 7+ because of -1 accuracy. 1 hit, okay. Furious Bellow. The butcher unleashes a deep guttural roar. Unless attacker is deaf or has +3+ courage, they suffer brain damage equal to the monster level and are knocked down. Ouch. Ouch. So everyone's going to gain one of those infectious lunacy tokens, but I think one of them is deaf. Who's deaf? Oh, blind. 13's blind, not deaf. Bummer. 3+ courage. Okay, 3's got 3+ courage. 13 has 5 courage. Okay, so 2 of them are going to stand up for this. Stay standing, but all right. 9, 8, 7, 6. 5. 5 plus 2 wound. 10. It's a hit. No crit. That's it. Okay. It's so beautiful, that Lantern 10. It just feels so cheap when nothing happens. Ugh. Okay, well, okay, that's 13's turn. 7's turn is obviously done. 5. Man, what has he got? he's got no melee, so he's just gonna park back there and shoot away again. It's on a 7+ with his catgut bow. 2 hits. Impervious, so he gains +1 insanity. So he's gonna go to 12. Oh, nope, I grabbed 13. Whoopsie. Not 11. So we're back to 11. 5 gains bonuses. He's gained a 16 now. He gained 1 last time. He hit the impervious location last time. His arrows, the butchers just block him with that cleaver. Okay. Alright, we'll just keep this out. The butcher's cape is decorated with the shriveled, screaming faces of its victims. Reflex. The attacker rolls a d10. If the result is greater than their courage, they suffer brain damage equal to their monster level. Ouch. And that infectious lunacy is going to come in real quick. But okay. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. 4+ to wound. 2. Dang it. I really needed that wound. I really needed it. Lifetime reroll? No, it's not worth it. Okay. 5. That's more than his courage. Suffer brain damage equal to the monster level. So that goes down to 15. I just had a thought that 7 hadn't used her lifetime reroll. But there wasn't really anything that she could have done to reroll. I don't believe. I don't think that would have helped her. Okay, so he suffered a brain damage, so he gets one of those infectious lunacy tokens. When you suffer brain damage, gain lunacy tokens equal to the damage suffered. 1 brain damage, so 1 lunacy token. All right, so that's his turn. Now it's 3's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's gonna come in screaming. 6+, 5+, 5+. 2 hits. All right. Both have failure. The attacker locks eyes with the savage horror underneath the butcher's mask. Intimidate. So we'll suffer 1 brain damage. Always hit the head location, so we're going to do this Furious Gauntlet first. Okay. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. It's on a 3+. 9. Okay, that's a wound. Failure doesn't kick off. 3+. 8. Wound. Failure doesn't kick off. Oh. Okay. I really wish I had Surge. Because we need to burn through. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 hits left. 5 hits. Okay, that's the end. There's no reason to reposition because it's going to be attacking her no matter what. The only thought would be 1, 2, 3. So after the first attack, 13 can dash and get into place to take those attacks. If 7 dies after the first AI card, which is probably going to happen. But let's see. 2 AI. Oh, that was 3. 2 AI cards. First AI card. Hack. Closest threat facing. Priority target. 7. Speed 2. Speed 3 because of this +1 speed. It's on a 4+. 5+, 6+. So that's 2 hits. That's it. No matter what, after damage, target gains 1 bleed token, and that'll kill her. Oh, 7. Oh, I forgot about dreaded trophies too. Oh no, we're gonna start doing bleed 1. All right, well, she took one last attack before she died. She goes on dreaded trophies. This gets gone. So everything gets that bleed 1. So let me pull out a bleed token. I'm gonna set it right here. This is gonna remind me to add that. Okay, so we're fixing to. Okay, I forgot about this Lantern Frenzy. Discard Lantern Frenzy if the survivor with the priority target token is killed. So this gets discarded, not archived. So that goes back on the deck. We need to get rid of that thing. It's going to come up again. Oh, man. Okay, so it's going to be closest threat facing. We're going to come in on 5. Do we want to come in on 5? No. I was thinking about sacrificing 5. It's got +2 strength and +1 evasion. That's pretty good. 3 and 13. I don't know. Yeah, I think 13 is going to take it. She's still got those dodges, right? So yeah, so 13 is going to spend a survival. She gets to keep it. She's going to dash. She's just going to get right there. So she's still going to be the closest threat facing. Actually, let's see. Where was she? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's going to go right there. Yep, I think that's a good idea. Okay. So she has dashed. Let's get rid of them. Yeah, let's just all this stuff. Oh man, poor girl. Poor 7. Man, she suffered. Like it was not a quick death. I just have to park on this for just a second. It was not a quick death. She was disemboweled. She had her lantern knocked away. She suffered. Can you imagine the horror if this was real life? Ugh. Okay, sorry. Let's move on. There's nothing to do. Can't mourn the losses here. Just got to move on. Kick, closest threat, facing. Okay, move and attack. So we're going to move up here. And we're going to attack speed 3. It's on a 4+, 5+, 6+, 7+. All right, so 1 hit. She's going to spend a survival. She spends it. She's down to 2 survival now. But she doesn't get this after damage. She doesn't get this after damage gain +1 bleed token. She doesn't gain the priority target token. Okay. So she spent one dodge. She still has 1 more. The butcher pursues the target, perform basic action. All right, so now we're going to perform a basic action. This is going to get discarded. Okay, so speed 3 now. It's on a 7+. It's 1 hit. She's going to spend that survival to dodge again. 1, she spends it. She's down to 1 survival. But she doesn't gain that bleed token. Doesn't gain 2 bleed tokens. I don't know. So here's my question. I'm going to play it with 2 bleed tokens, but I think I've read somewhere that all attack profiles gain after damage bleed 1. There's already attack profile after damage bleed 1. So does that mean it becomes bleed 2? I don't think so. I think I'm going to play it. I think the consensus was that it's just bleed 1 because it gains that bleed 1 after damage trait, and then if it already has it, it just kind of goes away. So we'll play it like that. If I'm wrong, let me know. It's up for debate, but we'll see. I'm going to play it like just one bleed rather than goes to bleed 2. I think that's the way it's supposed to be. Oh, I forgot to shuffle my thing. I keep forgetting to shuffle this dang hit location. Oh well. Okay, so oh yeah, well we'll do that right now because it was just the monster's turn. But 13 continues to dodge and weave, right? I mean, she's between her evasion and her 2 dodges, that has saved her life multiple times. There's no question about it. Okay. All right. Survivor's turn. All right. So let's send 3 in. So she's gonna hit. Let's put her in the blind spot too. 2. Okay, so she hits on a 6+, 5+, 4+. 2 hits. Zone of death. Dang it. Bash, knockback 5. Okay, so let's do the Furious Bellow. Ooh, man. Unless attacker is deaf or has 3+ courage. She does. Okay, suffer brain damage. Okay, all right. So the reflex is going to be nothing because we're courageous enough to face this crazy man yelling on our face. Okay, so this is we got tons of strength here. 3, 4, 5, 6 strength total. So that's going to be a 3+, 9. That's a wound. There's something about this bone axe. Savage. Once per attack, if you critically wound, cause 1 additional wound. This effect does not apply to impervious hit locations. So a critical wound is a lantern 10. I don't think the hit location has to have a critical wound. It might not ever show up, but anyways. Okay. Reflex, nothing happened. Okay. Furious shoulder. So the reflex is going to happen no matter what. So let's have 13 maybe spend her last survival. Okay, so what if she doesn't? She hasn't gone yet. We need her to make those attacks. Yep, we need her to make those attacks. She doesn't spend her survival. She dashes back. Okay, so 3 is going to come in, and 3+, 2. Bummer. I really wish I would have taken that card. Okay, all survivors in the zone of death suffer bash and knockback 5. Okay, 5 is not. No, sorry. This is 3. 3 is not dashed yet. She only has 1 survival. She hasn't been rolling good to keep that survival either. She'll get knocked down. And it'll be the monster's turn. 13's almost out. Yeah, I think. Yep, let's do it. Okay. Oh no, she can't spend survival because she's the attacker. Done. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep almost forgetting that rule. Okay. That's done. That's done. So 13. So 3 just went. Still mourning 7's loss here. Just bad. Okay. 13's gonna attack from there. So she speed 2 hits on a 7+ because of her -1 accuracy. 2 hits. Okay, good. Super dense. Is the King Spear frail? No. Good. Okay. So the armored pig shoulder. I just painted that. Okay. So 3, 4, 4 strength, so that's going to hit on a 5 plus 3, a miss. Ugh. Okay. Oh man. Oh man. Okay. Well, I guess that wouldn't have mattered for this one. If we knock down, if we wound, the butcher's knocked down. If we hit him right in his fat gut. He actually doesn't have a very fat gut, but okay. Anyways, 5 plus to hit. 1. Oh man. Perform basic action targeting the attacker. Come in. That sucks. Okay. Yep, okay, we're gonna do it. Speed 3. It's on a 4 plus, 5 plus, 6 plus, 7 plus. Oh. 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 I think one of my cameras just turned off. 1 second. Ah, well, that sucked. So, my one camera, my mugshot camera, ran out of room, and then I was trying to offload all the videos, and then one of my kids woke up, and he's kind of still crying but won't go to sleep, so I'm going to let him cry it out for a little bit. Anyways, the worst possible time. So, let's see if we can jump back in. So 13 just got 3 attacks. With the basic action because she failed this. So, so she can dodge twice if she has enough survival. So if we roll and keep that survival, she can dodge again. But she's going to gain that bleed token no matter what. It's 1 damage, 3 locations. So let's roll the 3 locations and see what we get, and then go from there. So let's do that. Okay, so let's pull up a character sheet. So no matter what, we're going to gain a bleed token. So let's go ahead and give her 1. So, so she's going to take 2 damage to the waist. So let's go ahead and just take those. And let's take that one to the body too. Okay, we want to spend our survival wisely, and to do that, we only have 1 left, and so we want to dodge when we can avoid a bleed token or something like that. If we can take it on our armor, let's just take it on our armor. And there's no way to avoid this bleed token because we have 3 hits. So let's just take it. Bummer. That was a really, really bad roll. But anyways, okay. So where were we? Has 5 gone yet? I don't believe 5 is gone. 3 is definitely gone. 13 is gone now. 5 I don't believe has gone. So he's going to attack with his catgut bow, hitting on a 7 plus. Whoa, 2 perfect hits. And of course, let's see here. Of course, there's no critical hit things. So, oh, of course, impervious again. He's hit it 3 times now. Gains +1 insanity. So he goes up to 16. So that one's done. Furious breastplate, +2 toughness. So that's 9, so he's at 11 toughness right now. 11, and then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So 6 plus will hit. 9, so that is a hit. Whew. Okay, so we're at 3. 4 to kill him. We're getting there. 4 to kill him. Oh man. Okay. So that's all our survivors' turns. So let's shuffle up the hit location. So 13 is right where she needs to be, right? So she is the one going to be taking the attacks. So we want her right up front. Ugh, man, I can't believe it. It sucks stopping in the middle of a battle and then taking, it was like 30 minutes, guys. Like I had to wait for all the videos to offload off of my old iPhone that doesn't have enough space, and my battery is almost dead on both of my iPhones that I'm running. And then my kid started crying, and I put him to bed, and he was asleep, and I went downstairs, and then he started crying again, so I had rocked him back and forth a couple times, and so I think he's finally just passed out again. So that's neither here nor there, but it just sucks. Like, it just takes you out of the mood, and I'm trying to get back in, guys, so I'm sorry. But okay. 7. Okay. But it is the monster's turn. It's going to be drawn 2 AI cards. First AI card, Hack, closest threat facing. That's going to be 13. Speed 2, speed 3. It's on a 4 plus, 5 plus, 6 plus, 7 plus. So 1 hit. She's definitely going to dodge it because she can get rid of that bleed token. Oh, she spends it. Oh no. That's it. She has no survival left, guys. But she avoids that bleed token. So that's over. Alright, so let's take a look at the board real quick. 3's out. She could take a couple hits. She can't dodge anymore. 5 has just got 2 survival, so if he dashes to get in and he takes a hit, like he's gonna go down quick. So I think we just keep 13 in and then hope 3 gets in, and she's got that 1 survival. So we're gonna have her kind of take over, taking the brunt of the hits. But that's gonna be next round. So for now, 13's just gonna have to take it. Unfortunately, kick. Oh, so it's gonna be 2 more. So speed 3. Just gonna hit on a 7 plus. Oh no, 2 hits. So she's gonna suffer knockback 5 no matter what, because she can't dodge these. Oh no, the head and the chest. So she's gonna suffer knockback 5. 1, 2, 3, and the priority target token, which that's okay. So let's see, 13. Oh, and she's gonna gain bleed 1. Oh, so now she has 2 bleed tokens. Okay, so 2 to the head, so that gets rid of her head armor, and 2 to the body, so that goes to a light injury. Oof. Okay, so we got to remember too, she's tough, so she gets +1 to any severe injury. So I think we're headed that way, guys. It's only a matter of time. We have 3 hits left, so it's there. We might get her down to severe injuries, but I'm gonna try. But okay, priority target token. She's got 2 bleed tokens now. Basic action. Targeting the attacker. Oh, hold on just a second. The butcher pursues the target before basic action. So she's going to drop that priority target token when the butcher gets in. So, okay, speed 3 hits on a 7 plus. Oh man, we're doing so well. We're doing so well. Okay, the waist and the body. Man, we're getting pounded with the body. Ugh, that armor is already gone. So 1 damage to the body and 1 damage to the waist. So that's a light to the waist and a heavy to the body. Get another bleed token. That's 3. You guys were right. I should have grabbed bandages. It might kill her. Bleeding alone might kill her. Yeah, I mean, she can't take much more. So heavy, so she's knocked down. She loses the priority target token because she's been attacked once, but she's knocked down. Man, I really liked 13. I jinxed it, guys. I'm sorry. I jinxed it by saying she's my favorite. That's what Kingdom Death does. Don't ever say something's your favorite. Oh no, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. How did I miscalculate that? 4 wounds to kill the butcher. Okay. So that is the end of the monster's turn. So 3 is going to get up. 13 will get up at the end of the next turn. So I think 5 should spend a survival to encourage her. Okay. So most of the cards, closest threat facing and then closest threat. So she is going to attack. 13 is going to attack. Let's go ahead and do that. She's going to hit on a 7+. So 1 hit. Impervious. Fudge. Fudge. Fudge, fudge, fudge. At least we haven't been getting a lot of brain damage, so we haven't been getting those lunacy tokens, but man, okay. Well, that's that. Her turn's over, so her attack is over, so she's gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, she can't take any more hits because she's gonna gain 1 bleed at least. All right, so 3. 3's gonna move in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm cheating a little bit by looking at this card. Closest threat facing, closest threat. Doesn't say anything in field of view, so it's going to hit the blind spot. So 3 is going to surge, or not surge, dash. Oh, she loses it. Why did I do that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, she's in. She's going to attack. Speed 2. It's on a 6+, 5+, 4+. Okay, so that's 2 hits. Okay. Okay, so brain damage. Basic action. It's always the head. So let's do the thick kick first. And this is our strength survivor. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3+, 2 wound. 5. So that's 1 wound. Okay, let's just shuffle these 2 cards. Back in. Reflex, attacker rolls a d10. If there's one that's greater than their courage, 1. Awesome. Their courage is 4. Perfect. No brain damage. Great. Okay. 3+. 9. Another hit. Failure is not in there. Okay. And now she's now the closest threat. So that gets 13 out. Let her breathe a little bit. So 5 now. He's going to attack. Speed 2, hits on a 7+ with his bow. Oh, man, we really need those high numbers. Oh, that sucks. Okay, that's it. That's all we can do. So we have 1 survival left out of 3 remaining survivors, and he's our back of the crowd guy. So he's not going to be doing any dodging or anything. So he's going to save that for if our frontline people are knocked down. But So three is our hope right now. Okay, so we're gonna draw 2 AI cards. So if I believe I think I'm getting this right. If there's no AI card, we wouldn't just draw 2 of this. We'd do an AI card and a basic action. So I'm gonna put this up here to remind me. So let's turn this over and let's find out what freaking card we got stuck with. Kick. Oh, basic action. Dang it. Okay, closest threat. Facing. Nobody's facing. Closest threat. We don't care if it's in the blind spot. Closest threat in field of view isn't on there, so it's closest threat. So it turns to 3. Attacks speed 3. It's on a 4 plus, 5 plus, 6 plus. Excuse me. 7 plus. Okay. So 7 plus. 2 hits, 7 and a 10, and she's gonna get knocked back 5. She can't dodge any of these, so let's pull this up. So she gains a bleed token because it automatically does that. So let's gain a bleed token. So she's got 2 bleed tokens now. I'll put that there to remind me. Okay, so. The body takes 1, and the arm takes 1. Okay. All right. She suffers knockback 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the priority target token. Okay. Butcher pursues. Perform basic action. Basic action is closest survivor in field of view, move and attack. Okay. Oh, dang it. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't matter. He can get there with 5 even. I thought that he might have been far enough away. Okay. Basic action. And then that's going to get discarded. Basic action. Speed 3. Hits on a 7 plus. 1 hit. Okay. Another bleed token. So she's at 3. Ugh, that's where the bandages are, guys. You are completely right. Alright, so she takes 1 to the body. So that gets rid of the last armor. Okay. Oh, and she's going to get another bleed token because we have to perform basic action now. And we forgot to shuffle that AI deck, or the hit location deck. Let's do that real quick before I forget. Okay. Alright. Basic action. Speed 3. Hits on a 7 plus. 1 hit. Okay. Oh, to the head. Okay. So got some armor. So that goes down to 1. She gains a bleed token. She's at 4. Man, what? So 3 has 4 bleed tokens. 13 has 3 bleed tokens. Oh, man, we have to finish him off in this round. Okay, so that finishes the monster's turn. Man. Okay, all right. It's our turn. So she loses the priority target. So I think 3 has the best chance of hitting, right? Because she's hitting, and if she can get in the blind spot, she's hitting a 4 plus and then wounding on a 3 plus. And we can do 2 attacks. Let's see if we can do it. She comes around. She's fighting with all of her might. She's bleeding to death. Speed 2. Hitting on a 6 plus, 5 plus, 4 plus. Okay. One hit. Okay, there's a failure. Let's just not even look at it. We hit on a 3 plus. 7. That's a wound. Okay. Failure doesn't come into play. We're down. We're down to the last one. Okay. 13 is going to come in. she's going to attack twice. You know, 7 plus. 2 misses. 5 comes down to 5. Speed 2. It's on a 7 plus. Oh man, we can't survive. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, I really like 3, and I really like 13. We can try to sacrifice 5. I mean, he's got some. He can take some bleed. Oh no. Okay. Well, I mean, so he had to use his movement and his action to shoot that bow. He could dash. It's gonna be closest threat. It's gonna be basic action. So 2 basic actions. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna kill one of our characters. It's either gonna kill 3 or 13 because we're gonna be doing 6 attacks. If any one of those hit, they get 1 bleed token at least. All right, let's do it. I've convinced myself 5 is gonna dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's gonna say no. He loves his friends, and he's got to do it. He's got to come in. He's got to save the day. He's got to take those hits for them, sacrifice himself, and hopefully at the next round we can do it. So we need 2 of them. So I'm gonna put this dice here to remind me that there's two basic actions. Closest survivor in field of view. We can pick. We're gonna pick 5. Let's go ahead and bring him over here. Speed 3. He has 1 evasion, so he's going to be a 5 plus. Okay, it's 2 hits, so he's going to gain a bleed token. So let's put a bleed token on there. The head and the waist. So 1 damage to the head. So down to 1 armor. 1 damage to the waist. Knocks that 1 armor away from there. Okay. That's the first. Did I roll 2 or 3? Oh yeah, I missed on 1. Okay. Okay. That's the first basic action. Now for the second basic action. Because of that berserker. Speed 3. It's on a 5 plus. 2 hits again. He's going to gain another bleed token. See, I wonder. I didn't pay attention. I wonder if we wouldn't have hit 13 or 3, but it wasn't worth it. It's good for him to take these hits. So waist and the leg, not the waist, the body and the leg. So 1 to the body, 1 to the leg. That's 2 light. Okay. He did it. He made the sacrifice. He did what he had to do. He's still alive for it. He's got 2 bleed tokens. All right, it comes down to this. This could be the final one. Let's do this. Deal. Okay, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm going to jinx it if I say it. I'll say it after I kill the butcher. Okay. 3 has the best chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she can't get to the blind spot. So she's just going to have to attack from there. Still though, 6 plus. Oh, no, yep. I was looking at 13. 6 plus, 5 plus. Sorry. Speed 2, it's on a 5 plus. 2 hits. Impervious. Plus 1 insanity. Try to 12. That goes away. Okay. So we're going to hit on a 3 plus. The butcher lashes out at the attacker's face, striking the back of his hand. Perform basic action, target the attacker. This attack gains before damage headhunter. Okay. She's at 4 bleed. So she's going to get a basic action. That's 3 attacks, hitting on a 7 plus. At least one of those are going to get through. 100%. So, she's not used her lifetime reroll. This is the time to use it. She's going to reroll her attack. She hits on a 3 plus. Three. There's no cards in the AI deck. The butcher is defeated. You couldn't have asked, you couldn't have asked for a better ending to this. I mean, lifetime reroll was used to stave off killing another character, another survivor, and maybe even more. The lifetime reroll was used. The minimum to kill the butcher was rolled. The butcher is dead. That was intense. That was honestly one of the more intense Kingdom Death showdowns I've ever faced, I think. Wow. I mean, that was great. That was so great. I really hope that I didn't mess up something and it didn't hit record. Okay. Well, let's take a breath. Let's go to Showdown Butcher. I still can't believe it. Can't believe it. 3 had 4 bleed tokens. 13 had 3 bleed tokens. 5 had 2 bleed tokens. If 3 hadn't have done that killing blow, she would have got a basic action performed against her. She would have been dead. Next round, 2 basic actions. So it would have been 6 attacks. And then so it would have attacked either 5 or 13. So 5 probably would have gotten 2 bleed, or if 13 did it, it would have been, she would probably would have been dead. Like I think that was the perfect ending. I think we would have been screwed if we would have allowed that. 3 would 100% be dead, and maybe the rest of the characters, because yeah, she would have been dead. Gets +1 movement, +1 speed again. So we would have we would have had 8 attacks. Yeah. Wow. Whew. I'm sweating. But we were victorious. We lost 7, unfortunately. But whew, we did it. You can imagine the settlement in the background, off in the distance, cheering, and they come out and they pick up Seven's body and return her her to the settlement, and we have cannibalized. So so there's that. let's roll that real quick before I forget, or draw that. So we are going to cannibalize 7. She's going to give us some organs. Okay, cool. Victory. The butcher is an inspiration. Any victorious survivor may immediately select axe weapon proficiency, regardless of age milestones. Okay. So I think we're good. 13 is going to gain a spear proficiency, which is what we want. 3 has axe proficiency already. Do we gain one? May immediately select axe weapon proficiency regardless of age milestones. I wonder. Okay, so we can switch. How does that? What does that mean? Switch into a new weapon type. Okay, well, I think that just means that we gain. So 3 gains 1 weapon proficiency, not 2. Bummer. Okay. Okay. Or star axe proficiency levels. Star is the level, so level 1, so 1 axe proficiency level. Okay, yeah, I believe it's just 1. Okay, plus rewards. Rewards. Roll 1d10 and add the butcher's level to the result. The group gains any listed resources or gear. Add them to the settlement storage. Plus 1 to this die roll. 7, so that's an 8. The butcher's cleaver, rare gear, and 1 broken lantern resource. Great. All right. So let's pull that out. There's a broken lantern. Let's go grab the butcher's cleaver. Oh. Wait, hold on. Oh no. Oh, sorry. I was reading the wrong one. I got super excited for a minute. A dismembered limb could have been used. Okay. Rare gear and 1 broken limb. Let's go grab the butcher's cleaver. Okay. Butcher's cleaver. There we go. Okay, so I've gained the butcher's cleaver before. It's okay. My hit's on a 5+. That's pretty good in 5 strength. Must be insane to activate. When you die, archive this card as a paired. So if we get another butcher's cleaver, oh man, that's awesome. I wonder if we can pair it with a regular bone axe. I'll look into that. Okay, but there we have it. Okay, let's see here. That's it. We're not facing a level 3 or more butcher. Thank goodness. Okay. All right, guys. That's the end of the showdown for the butcher. So we're going to be setting up the settlement now, settlement phase again, and then we'll wrap up. This is going to be an extra long episode. I think it took a lot longer than I thought it was going to, but yeah, great. Oh, I'm going to take a minute, and then I'll come back for the settlement phase. Thanks again, guys, for sticking with me. All right, settlement phase. Let's get this moving. Like, I'm spent. It's late. I'm ready. I'm ready to go to bed and dream about Seven's horrible death. Oh. Okay. Anyways, so I was returned. Let's heal all their hit locations. yeah. So next time, I'm buying bandages as soon as I can. Unfortunately, can't do it this settlement phase, but man, I'm buying them ASAP. Okay, so let's age up everybody. Or sorry, just XP. Add XP. All right, 3, 4. So 3 gains axe proficiency level, almost a specialist. 13 gains a spear proficiency, and 5 actually gets a bow proficiency level. So that's good. I mean, I like axe, spear, and bow. I haven't looked at the specialties lately and the masteries, but I think they're pretty good. So, all right. 7 unfortunately didn't make it back. All these guys, I forgot to update, they have 0 survival. Now they come back totally spent. They've exhausted every resource that they had available to them, but they return victorious. I don't know if you glanced at the failure of if we failed to the butcher, not only would we lose our 4 survivors that he obviously rampages through, but we also lose every resource in storage. Bad. I mean, we got 3 broken lanterns, an iron, monster bone, lion claw, lion testes, sinew. I mean, that's bad. Like we would have been in bad shape. That would have set us way back. But okay, so gain endeavors. We gained 3 endeavors. Update the timeline. Let's do that. I marked down 7 as dead. So we gained that monster organ from her. All right. So first we draw the settlement event, and then we'll do Hands of Heat. Okay. Oop, I forgot. I missed all these. So let's shuffle these in real quick. It's 8. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nickname. Oh, good. Whew. Okay, I needed something decent. Okay. All right. Nickname. Every returning survivor gets a nickname. Each rolls 1d10 on all 3 tables below. Add nickname to the survivor's current name between the first and the surname. Survivor may only be nicknamed once in a lifetime. Okay. All right. Let's do it. 5 gets a nickname. 3, 5, 7. So he gets 3 Dingle, 5 Dingle Fool, 7 of the Antelope. He's just going to be called 5. 13. 1, 9. Oh no, I think 1 is bad. 1, 9, 8. Oh no. No, I thought I was gonna breeze through this, guys. I thought we were good. Nickname's good. Oh, I'm tempted to use her lifetime reroll. Oh, -2 accuracy is bad. -1 accuracy is manageable. I love 13. I'm gonna have to do it. Oh, this is rough. No, I was like, oh, perfect. We're great. Oh, I used it. Okay, 5. Brainless. 9. Savior. 8. Of the Antelope. That was probably a little foolish to use that lifetime reroll, but man, that -2 accuracy is bad. Like, it's just bad. Like, it would severely handicap her. The -1 accuracy is manageable, but -2, like, it just, no. Like, I think I made the right decision. Okay, 3. 9, 5, 9. Wise. Fool. Wise fool. 9 of the antelope. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. You know what? I take that back. I don't think it's too late. I didn't read rename. Spend 1 organ and roll a d10. I think that's better than using the lifetime reroll. So let's just make sure. Okay, well, let's go through this again. I was gonna just go back to brainless, but we got to redo the whole thing now. Okay. So if this is blurry and you can't lingering effects, so requires pictograph. Oh shoot, do I have pictograph? I don't. I can't do this. Never mind. Lifetime reroll used. Sorry, brainless savior of the antelope. Was it? Savior of the antelope. Okay. All right. Lifetime reroll still used. Didn't use that. Sorry about that. I didn't read it through. It's late. I'm missing things, but we don't have pictographs, so we can't do rename. But nickname's usually like a good card to get because you hardly ever roll a 1, but I had to have rolled a 1, and it had to be on 13. Okay, so update the timeline. Oh, so we got to do Hands of Heat now. Wrong H. Hands of Heat. Okay. If the settlement has already innovated Inner Lantern, or Lantern Oven, we haven't. Okay. One lucky day, a clumsy accident knocks. Okay. Do we have to? Okay. Yeah. Knocks a lantern free from the towering lantern horde. A sudden flash of heat bathes the survivors as the lantern crashes to the ground. Now shattered, the lantern light dies, but the seed of an idea begins to grow. Nominated survivor, gain +1 courage and experiment with lanterns. We are going to pick someone that we don't have any attachment to. Let's pick. Let's pick 6 because we don't have a card for him yet. 6 is nominated. Experiment with lanterns. Roll a d10. 3. An agitated lantern shatters in the survivor's face. Badly burned and disfigured, the survivor's exiled from the settlement as an inhuman monster. For the love of God and everything holy. Did we not go through enough with this butcher? Seriously? However, the other survivors learned something from this tragedy. Your settlement gains the Lantern of Innovation, -1 population. Okay, well, 6 is going to reroll. We use 2 lifetime rerolls. Okay. Okay. Well, there's that. Wasn't your day, 6. Good thing I didn't use somebody else. Exiled. Hands of Heat. And the other bad thing is that we don't even get a resource from him because he's exiled. I mean, cannibalize. Whenever a survivor dies, draw 1 basic resource and add it to the summon storage. Do not gain a resource if the survivor is lost, ceased to exist, or is exiled. Bummer. Okay.
All right, well, we gain Lantern Oven, and then we have to add the Bone Witch to the timeline 3 lantern years from now. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Bone Witch. A lantern year 8. Okay, and we gain the Lantern Oven innovation. So let's see. Where are my innovations? Here's my innovation index. There it is. Lantern Oven. Is it already in my deck? Lantern Oven. Oh, it's already in my deck. Okay. It's heat. So now we can start doing other stuff with that. So departing survivors gain +1 survival. So now departing survivors are getting +2 survival, which is great. That's good. Just going out. Okay. By agitating lanterns, a source of heat becomes available to the settlement. So we'll add the Lantern Oven consequences to the innovation deck off camera, so you're not bored with that. Okay. So that's it for Hands of Heat. That could have gone better. 2 lifetime rerolls and we still lost somebody. Okay. Alright. We've done that. Update death count. I just did that. So 7 is on there. And now 6 is on there. Man, that sucks. Let's see here. Lantern year 4 is when he died. Okay. Alright. Check milestones. Nope. Develop. This is going to be easy, guys. I only have a broken lantern and a monster organ. I don't have much to make, and honestly, I want to save up to get some stuff that I really want. So I'm gonna not make anything. I'm gonna just put these back in storage, and then our 3 endeavors. I think I'm gonna do scrap salvage on all of them. So let's roll 2. Okay, spend 1 survival or die. Crap. I guess I was supposed to nominate a survivor. Okay. Oh, dang it. Okay. Let's see. So all of our returning survivors can't use it because they have survival. So who have we not made? Okay. -1 survival. We'll just say 15 guys. Okay. Again. 6. Gain a broken lantern resource. Okay. So with the one that we're going to add to storage, so that's 4, and then another one is going to be 5. Okay. And then, should we make babies? I don't want to chance it. Never mind. Forget I said it. 6. Another broken lantern. So that puts us at 6. All right. Wow. I mean, what a lantern year. Lantern year 4 will be spoken of in the ages to come by the Nothome Settlement. So we don't have anything else. We're gonna go out. So I think next year we're gonna try the Screaming Antelope. I love the Screaming Antelope. I feel like the Screaming Antelope is easier than the White Lion and provides more resources. So the last year I made it really long, really far in. It was pretty boring because I just farmed the Screaming Antelope. I did the White Lion to get the resources I needed for the catgut bow and the White Lion armor, and then I just Screaming Antelope the whole time and gained as many resources as I could. I want to change it up, so we'll probably be facing. We'll definitely be doing the Phoenix. I have a confession: I've never fought the Phoenix before. 5 campaigns, and I've never fought him. I don't know why. I don't know, but we'll be facing him this year. This campaign for sure, because I want to do it.
and I want you guys to see me fail miserably. I will definitely not be sending out my best for that one. But anyways, I think this is the end of this episode. Thank you guys again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one as much as I did. Whew, man, that showdown was just incredible. But anyways, again, this has been Wick Gamer, and leave a like and a subscribe. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you guys next time.